Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Wanted to make a quick video here on my thoughts and opinion on the circuit breaker, if it's a good gun, if it's worth using, and a build for it and all that good stuff in case you do want to use it. So let's get into it here. Okay, so this is the circuit breaker. Reloads 15% faster. Successful final round shot will create an energy blast that deals damage and stuns enemies within 50 feet. We'll get into that into the later part of the video, and it also has the anti-armor effect. So pretty good effects, and it definitely has an original effect there, which is kind of cool, which we're going to test as well. And just want to get into the attachments of the weapon. This is what I chose to put on it. It worked very well, and I just want to point out that you can't have an automatic receiver on it, which, isn't the greatest thing, but, it's still a very powerful weapon, which I'm going to show. So yeah, and these are the attachments that I had on it. Now for the build that I used for this. I did put this together fairly quick, but like I said, it worked very well. So if you want to make a build around this weapon, I highly recommend using the one I used here. I just want to say to make sure those science perk cards are on. It does buff the damage, and having concentrated fire at least level 1 on definitely helps with the headshot damage as well. But other than that, you can make your own build if you want as well with this. Just maybe do a couple of tweaks. And of course, this is the legendary perks I have on as well. This build worked very good. As you can see here, gonna just absolutely destroy a behemoth. Now that's pretty quick. I was actually fairly surprised on how fast it took the behemoth out. And I'm one-shotting Scorched here. Regular mobs, this weapon is just gonna destroy. And I swear it just shoots like needles. It hits every time. I swear to God it does. The range is actually pretty good, and it's just extremely satisfying firing it. You won't know what I mean until you try it. It's just really a satisfying weapon. It's fun to use. Here's me taking out another behemoth as well. This might work with a decent sneak build. I wish I knew a little bit more about Sneak Commando. If someone in the comments could let me know if they've tried this yet with a Sneak Commando build, that would be nice to know. Or a Sneak Gunslinger, I should say. Even Scorch Beast here, didn't really give me too much of a problem. Took them out fairly fast, and even the Scorched around him, and just being in a crazy area here with all the enemies and the ghouls and 3 Scorch Beasts, all over you here, I really didn't have trouble staying alive, even though I'm a low health build here without using a vampire's weapon. It was still pretty easy to stay alive with this build, and as you can see, just taking out Scorch Beasts, no problem. And, here's some mole miners. They just really don't have a chance. It's just pop, pop, dead. Pop, pop, dead. And, yeah, regular mobs, this weapon is a beast. Which, always keep in mind, 90% of the time, you're going to be fighting regular mobs. So 90% of the time, this weapon is going to be extremely useful. Now the effect that it does, it has a bit of an energy blast with the last bullet in the clip as long as you land it. And you can see here, it doesn't really do too much damage. And I know these are super mutants, but they're a regular mob enemy, the quintessential mob enemy. It didn't really do too much damage. And I'm going to show here, even against the ghouls at White Springs, I have it go off a couple times, and it really doesn't do a lot of damage. So a little bit, disappointed with this effect. I thought it would, kill all those ghouls when it went off there, but as you can see, it's kind of underwhelming in my opinion. It's not really the greatest effect, unfortunately. But this weapon is definitely more powerful than a regular 10mm pistol, I will tell you that. And my point is for this too is I would just suggest the large magazine. You would think the smaller magazine would be better so you get that effect more often, but it's just not worth it in my opinion. And you will somewhat struggle against more tankier enemies with this weapon, unfortunately. But like I said, 90% of the time you're not going to be fighting these enemies, and push come to shove, this gun still will get the job done. I had a little bit of trouble here with the Mirelurk Queen, still managed to take it out. Very good weapon. Like I said, it's extremely satisfying to use. I had a lot of fun using this. And here's the cool little corpse pile or whatever you want to call it that it leaves. It's actually got like some shocks going off around it, which is, you know, it's nice to see something like this. Kind of cool, I thought. And I wish the pile was a little bit more glowing yellow, but still very cool. And yeah, that's my opinion on the weapon, everybody. Very good gun, just I wouldn't, you know, take it to go fight Earl solo, if you know what I mean. But definitely give this weapon a try when you unlock it at 35 on the scoreboard with this build. I'm telling you, you will have tons of fun. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think as well, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Have a great day.